Hey guys, it's your boy Zoro Kage back again with another banger. And yes, that'll be my new video intro from now on. Hope you guys like me implementing my new intro into the videos finally. Yeah. But if you read the title, you know I'm making an Oj2 competitive rule set that I feel like would make the game a bit more fun, a bit like better, and I feel like it'd be a lot more interesting than Lex picking Hawks and winning the entire tournament because, you know, Hawks is broken. Or, I don't know, someone picking a top tier because their top tier is insanely busted. I feel like it would make the game a lot more fun, and I feel like it'd make it a lot more interesting due to the fact that I've been playing fighting games for a little bit. I feel like I can give a general nice consensus of what I want, or what I want a competitive rule set to be. So without further ado, let's get into it.
One blade, two blade, three blades, leave them dead. Got problems with my process, we gon' see what they said. Cause I'm the second they come in. One slice, two slice, you got ages with my man. And my observation hockey said that you ain't in my plan. Never knew where to go, but my goal always.
Alright, we are back, and let's get the biggest one out of the way. So I am deciding to implement character bans. And what I mean by character bans is not that characters will be banned outright without warning. Like, say I wanted to ban Shinzo and you couldn't, and like no one's allowed to play Shinzo in this rule set. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is more akin to a MOBA where you can ban characters that you can stop the opponent from playing. So let me explain what I'm doing. So depending on how this goes, I'd say that you could ban like 2 to 3-ish characters. I feel like 2 or 3 would be too much. I'd say 2 for each person, so in total 4 characters would be banned. You could still use their assist, and hold on, I will get to that because there's an actual assist ban in this rule set. So basically, say you're like a Rappa main, and for the love of God, you do not want anyone playing Toga or Hawks. You could say I ban Toga or Hawks, and they're not allowed to play Toga or Hawks. And there's a way you can circumvent this, but let me just keep talking. I'm saying this like y'all are interrupting me. Let me keep going. But yeah, it's basically that you can ban 2 characters that you don't want your opponent for playing for at least 1 round. 1 round maximum for each character. Say if you banned Rappa for some reason and Aizawa, and next round you couldn't do that again. So that way you couldn't stop your opponent from picking their main. It's essentially trying to get a leg up on them. So that way you can, like, get a win before they, like, take something away from you, you know? So it encourages players to learn more than 1 character, or more than, like, 2 or 3 characters. So that way you'll get more fun and exciting matchups. Because one day, randomly, we might get a before-style Shigaraki versus a Momo in, like, grand finals one day. And I wanted to circumvent that so it makes it more fun to watch and more fun to play in the long run. It makes it exciting because you have to play around the fact that people might know your playstyle and people might try to counteract that. So say if you're fighting a really busted All Might player and you ban All Might and like Muscular, then that All Might could pick like Tokoyami or Bakugo or something, and they could counteract that, trying to find strengths in other characters and forcing them to learn other characters. If they don't have any other characters, they might have to learn that on the fly. But if you're honestly making it far into a tournament, you might need to know at least a little bit of characters. Or if you're going to a tournament in general, you should at least know multiple characters. Alright. Now that we're done with the, characters, let's go to assists. Alright, we are back, and now we're talking about assists. So, one massive thing that I'm going to get out of the way first is that Shinzo assist is banned. Just like straight up, you cannot pick him. I feel like giving every character the ability to do what Shinzo does, like his main like tool, his mind control and stuff, is completely unfun to fight against, especially with how short it is, and especially since there's no real counterplay to it at the moment. Really, and plus, giving it to everyone, you could obviously find counterplay and everything. Now, there's the difference. Like, why am I not just banning Shinzo? I feel like I don't really need to ban the character Shinzo, more the assist, because Shinzo needs to work off that, you know, ability. But not every character needs that. Like, who decided to give Hawks something like that? Think about it. Hawks. Top tier already. Why would he need like a god tier assist like that? So in short, I am banning Shinzo Assist. I feel like it is not fun to play against. I feel like if we don't get rid of it quickly, then the whole game will just revolve around it until, like, either King bans it, or not bans it, but if King nerfs it, which I don't know how long that's going to take. And that could take literal months, and I literally do not want to deal with months of this. So, yeah, I want to do this. So I want to get rid of Shinzo Assist to make the game not as unfun. And since Kendo Assist got banned, or Kendo Assist got nerfed this patch, I won't ban her. I would have semi-limited her, like made her so that way you can only play her like once around, because she was like a clutch back then. But like, yeah, I honestly feel like we should ban Shinzo Assist, because I really don't feel like it's fun to play against. It's broken, it's lazy. It is a lazy way to win, honestly. But yeah. That's literally the only thing about assists. One more thing though, you can't ban one assist. So say if you don't want someone playing Rappa, or not Rappa, but I mean, yeah, I guess Rappa. Say you don't want someone playing Rappa, you could mess up their whole assist comp. You can only ban one assist though, because I feel like in the wide cast of characters, you'd only need to ban one assist. Because some assists just do the exact same thing, and you could just learn around it and stuff like that. It helps verify the assist combos and stuff. It makes things more, gives things a lot more variety, and it makes you have to think before you just straight up pick assists, right? And yes, you'll be doing all of this before you pick your characters. So say you want to ban Tokoyami, Base Deku, and you want to ban Inasa assist, and you'll do that. Your opponent will ban next, and then you'll just, you know, go. So that's basically how that would work. Now let's get on to the next part, and probably the final part, stages. Alright, stages, it's time for stages, the final part of this video. I mean, like, the second to final part of this video. But yeah, stages. I'd like to go over the stages that I banned instead of the stages that, like, you can pick. Because, like, I feel like most of these stages could be competitively viable, honestly. But here, the stages that I'm banning are UA Arena, and I'll get to that in a second. Underground Labyrinth, you obviously could see why I want to ban Underground Labyrinth. Nomu Hangar Site, the club stage with all the spikes, yeah, that's obviously not going to fly. And I think that's it, but I'll tell you why I'm banning UA Arena right now. Alright, I know banning this stage is like trying to stop Rule 34 from posting hentai, but this stage honestly is really, really, really big. Like, really, really, really big. And considering all the top tiers are super fast, speedy, ungodly amounts of camping characters, I wanted to ban this to remove that, like, air of campiness. Like, you could still camp on most of the stages, but I honestly feel like this stage is a bit too, like, I can run away, shoot projectiles, run away type stage, and it's honestly way too big for my liking. Also, it's kind of bland, and like, I'm not gonna lie, this is like one of my least favorite stages, so yeah, personal bias. But I honestly feel like if you really wanted to, and you played like a higher tier character or a fast character like Ida, All Might, Muscular, something like that, then you could definitely just kill and then run away to a timeout. I'm not banning timeouts because I want to see how that would work in this rule set. But honestly, I feel like this would just be a bit too much, honestly. But yeah, that's the one stage that I'm banning for that one reason. The other stages seem pretty obvious. I don't want any stage hazards or anything. I'm okay with the one stage that breaks the floor and goes down for a ground bounce. I don't feel like that's too serious of a, like, infringement on, like, the rules. I feel like that'd be a good counterpick stage, which I'm not really going to discuss because I'm not really one for counterpick stages and stuff like that. But if you really want to implement that into the rule set, you can. But yeah, let me go over some stuff that I forgot to mention, or there's literally one thing I forgot to mention, but let's go. Alright, and here's the final, like, this is more of a twist, funny, stupid rule than a really serious one, because I wanted to add this just to give a little bit more flair to this already weird, rule set. But here we go. If a character is banned, right, say like you banned, like a certain two characters. Say you ban like Momo, right? For some ungodly reason. Say you ban Momo and you banned shoots or whatever, Base Deku Assist, right? So if you ban those two and you get them on, and the opponent gets them on random, then they are allowed to pick them. I did this to add a little bit more flair. If, say, you wanted to roll the dice, if you get that reference, you deserve a veteran's card. But, you know, it's more to add some flair, some spice to it, right? So, like, say, like, someone wanted to be like, man, I really can't play anyone other than, like, Todoroki, and if you can only play Todoroki, please stop playing this game, I hate you. What? But, yeah. Say you, like, only could play Todoroki, and you wanted to rule for Todoroki, right? If you could get Todoroki in 3 picks, you can play him. Say I didn't get Todoroki in 3 picks. Now, here's the bad side of this. Now, this is more of like a troll rule, but honestly, I feel like this would be a bit fun. So say you wanted to go for, say you really wanted Todoroki, and you rolled 3 times for Todoroki, and you didn't get him. What would happen then? You would be forced to play whichever character random gave you. This is just to see if you can play that character. Like, honestly, if you really wanted to go for that risk and roll the dice, fate should be what determines whether you win or lose at that point. So, like, if you honestly want to take that risk to get that character. You feel me? It's a giant risk or reward. So I'd recommend only spinning 2 times, and if you don't get them in the 2 times, that's it. But if you want to go for the 3rd roll, whoever you get, you just get. And you have to play those characters. This also applies to assists. So say you banned Mina assist and you get Mina. If you get Mina, then you can use Mina. This will only apply to 1 roll. You say, for example, you roll 3 times for Mina assist. You have to pick whatever 1 assist they gave you. You don't have to random both of your assists. So say you got like Nomu 3 times, and then you could just pick whatever assist you want. But Nomu's not a bad assist, so I'm not really complaining. But yeah, that I'm just going to. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. It's probably just gonna be stupid. It's gonna be called the stupid random rule, where if you roll 3 times and you don't get that pick, you have to play whatever random gives you. I feel like that would be a bit more fun and be a bit more stupid. I feel like that would be an optional rule that you could pick or choose to put in. Everything else would be mandatory for that rule set, but honestly, this would just be a pick and choose. So, guys, here's the big question. Do you guys want me to hold a tournament where I use this rule set? Comment down below, and if you really want me to do it, I'll do it. I will legit just pick some players, and we can do a tournament with this rule set. I'll ask them to record it. It will be a PS4 only tournament, unfortunately, since I can only play on PS4. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it'd be a good rule set. I feel like it'd be entertaining. But yeah, that's really it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.